Have you ever met someone who is 70 years old, but somehow acts like life just started yesterday? Not in an annoying way, not in a they refuse to grow up kind of way. I mean the kind of person who still laughs at silly jokes, still gets excited when they see a rainbow, still talks to dogs they meet on the street like they're old friends, still believes tomorrow might bring something wonderful. You look at them and think, how are you this happy? Meanwhile, someone else is 25 and already sounds like they have been arguing with customer service for 300 years. And that's exactly what Carl Jung found fascinating, because age and spirit are not the same thing. A young soul is not measured by wrinkles. It is not measured by birthdays. It is measured by how alive you feel inside. And here's where things get interesting. Many people believe that the month you were born may influence certain natural tendencies in your personality. Now, whether you believe that completely or you're just here for fun, today's video is going to be a ride. Because we're looking at 5 signs that your birth month may have given you a young soul. And trust me, some of these signs are going to hit a little too close to home. So before we start, I want to know something. What month were you born? Drop it in the comments right now. Let's see which month takes over the comments section today. And don't disappear halfway through, because at the end, we'll look at every birth month from January to December and reveal the playful young soul energy often connected to each one. You might discover why your family says you're the weird one, or why you're the fun one, or why you somehow laugh during serious situations and then immediately regret it. Let's begin. Sign number 1. You still get excited about little things. This is one of the biggest signs of a young soul. You don't need a private island. You don't need $1 million. You don't need fireworks every day. Sometimes a young soul gets excited because they found $20 in an old jacket pocket. And suddenly they act like they won the lottery. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You open a bag of chips. There's extra chips. Best day ever. You order food. The restaurant accidentally gives you extra fries. Now you're telling everyone the universe loves you. A young soul finds joy in small surprises. Carl Jung believed that many people lose contact with wonder as they grow older. They stop seeing life. They stop noticing things. Everything becomes routine. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. But young souls don't fully lose that spark. A flower can still catch their attention. A funny sign on the road can make them laugh. A random cloud shaped like a dinosaur can become the highlight of their afternoon. And let's be honest. If you've ever looked at a cloud and said, "That one looks like a chicken riding a bicycle," congratulations. Your soul might still be 12 years old. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing. I remember hearing about an older man who went outside every morning just to watch birds. Every day, same birds, same backyard. Yet every morning he reacted like it was the first bird he had ever seen. His family thought it was hilarious. But maybe he understood something many people forget. Life stays interesting when you stay curious. Now here's the fun birth month connection. People born in March, June, and October are often described as naturally curious observers. They notice details other people miss. But honestly, this sign can belong to any month. Because a young soul doesn't care about age. It cares about wonder. And if you still get excited when your online order arrives, even though you were the person who ordered it, you're probably carrying this sign. Sign number 2. You make friends in the most random places. Young souls have a strange gift. They can walk into a room full of strangers. 10 minutes later, they somehow know everybody's life story. How does this happen? Nobody knows. It's like they have invisible friendship magnets. You go to buy groceries. You leave with bananas. And a new friend named Robert who told you about his fishing trip. You sit beside someone on a plane. 20 minutes later you're discussing childhood memories. By the time the flight lands, you're practically cousins. Young souls stay open. They don't build giant walls around themselves. They're interested in people, and people feel that energy. That's why strangers often start talking to them, for absolutely no reason. And can we talk about older people who do this? You ever go somewhere with your grandparents? You walk away for 3 minutes. You come back, and somehow they're having lunch with a person they met 30 seconds ago. How? Nobody knows. It's one of life's greatest mysteries. Carl Jung believed that genuine connection keeps the psyche alive. Young souls naturally seek connection, not because they're trying to impress anyone, but because they enjoy people. Even the weird ones. Especially the weird ones. Let's be honest. The weird ones usually have the best stories. People born in February, July, and November are often linked with strong social curiosity. But again, this isn't limited to any month. If you've ever started a conversation with a stranger because you liked their dog, you probably understand this sign. And honestly, the dog owners watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. Half of your friendship started with, "Can I pet your dog?" And suddenly you're discussing life goals. That's not normal, but it's wonderful. And that's exactly how young souls move through life. Always open, always curious, always ready for the next unexpected connection. Now the third sign might explain why some people think you're impossible to grow up. And honestly, they're probably right. Sign number 3. You laugh way more than people expect. Now let's talk about something that young souls do almost automatically. They laugh. A lot. Sometimes at the right moment, sometimes at the completely wrong moment, and sometimes for absolutely no reason at all. You know the kind of laugh I'm talking about. Someone says a normal sentence. You hear it wrong. Now you're laughing for 5 minutes. Everybody else moved on. The conversation ended. Life continued, but you're still trying to recover. A young soul doesn't need everything to be perfect to enjoy life. They find humor hiding everywhere. And honestly, that's a superpower these days. Because let's face it, life can be serious enough already. Bills are serious. Traffic is serious. Passwords are serious. In fact, why does every password suddenly need 1 capital letter, 3 symbols, 2 numbers, and the blood type of your childhood goldfish? A young soul looks at all that and says, "I'm still going to laugh." Carl Jung often spoke about embracing all parts of life, the light and the dark, the serious and the playful. Young souls naturally understand this. They know laughter isn't childish. It's healthy. It's healing. It's human. I once heard about an elderly woman who laughed every time she forgot where she put her glasses. One day her grandson asked, "Grandma, why are you laughing?" She said, "Because if I don't laugh, I'll spend the whole day looking angry." That's young soul energy right there. People born in May, August, and December are often described as carrying playful energy. But if you're watching this and your birth month isn't listed, don't worry. If you've ever laughed so hard that water came out of your nose, you're already qualified. And please don't pretend that never happened. We all know it happened, at least once. Sign number 4. You never stop dreaming about something new. Here's where young souls become really interesting. Most people think dreaming is something you do when you're young. Young souls disagree. They dream at every age. At 20, at 40, at 60, at 80. They're always excited about something. Maybe it's learning a new hobby. Maybe it's starting a small business. Maybe it's finally taking that trip. Maybe it's adopting another dog, even though the house already looks like a dog convention. The point is, they keep imagining possibilities. They don't stop growing. And this is one reason they seem younger than everyone else, because they still have something they're looking forward to. Think about that. When was the last time you got excited about the future? Not worried, not stressed, excited. Young souls keep a piece of that excitement alive. I know a man in his 70s who started learning guitar. His friends laughed. They said, "Why start now?" He smiled and said, "Why not?" Exactly. Why not? A young soul doesn't spend all day counting years. They're too busy making plans, and honestly, half the fun is having something to look forward to, even if it's something small, even if it's just pizza on Friday. Don't underestimate pizza motivation. Pizza has carried some people through very difficult weeks. Sign number 5. You still see life as an adventure. This might be the biggest sign of all. Young souls don't believe life is over. They believe life is happening. Right now, today, in this moment. Adventure doesn't always mean climbing mountains. Sometimes adventure is trying a new restaurant. Sometimes it's taking a different road home. Sometimes it's saying yes to an opportunity you normally would avoid. Young souls keep exploring. They keep discovering. They keep saying, "I wonder what happens next." That's why they often seem younger than their actual age. Their body may age, but their curiosity keeps moving forward, and curiosity is one of the youngest energies a person can have. Think about children. They're always asking questions. Why? 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 After about the 500th why, parents start questioning their own existence. But curiosity keeps the mind alive, and young souls never completely lose it. They still want to know, still want to learn, still want to explore, still want to experience life. And that's beautiful. Now let's have some fun your birth month's young soul energy. Remember, this part is just for fun. Don't come after me in the comments. Actually, go ahead. The comments are part of the fun. January, the secret leader. Acts calm, acts mature, acts responsible, then suddenly starts laughing at something ridiculous and reveals their true personality. February, the lovable mystery. Nobody fully understands them, sometimes not even them, but their imagination keeps them forever young. March, the dreamer. Can turn a 5-minute conversation into a life philosophy, always finding beauty in random things. April, the energetic spark. Has enough energy for 3 people. Sometimes uses all that energy before breakfast. May, the entertainer. Can make ordinary stories sound legendary. Somehow turns grocery shopping into an adventure. June, the curious explorer. Wants to know everything. Sometimes opens 10 browser tabs and forgets why. July, the big-hearted friend. Makes people feel comfortable immediately. Can make strangers feel like family. August, the sunshine personality. Walks into a room and somehow increases the energy level by 50%. September, the clever observer. Notices everything, seriously, everything. You cannot hide anything from September. October, the social butterfly. Makes friends faster than most people download apps. November, the deep thinker. Can have a conversation about pizza and somehow connect it to the meaning of life. December, the joyful spirit. Knows how to celebrate. Can find a reason to have fun almost anywhere. Now here's the truth. No matter what month you were born, the biggest sign of a young soul isn't your birthday. It's your attitude. It's your ability to stay curious, to keep laughing, to keep dreaming, to keep finding joy in ordinary moments. Because eventually, everyone gets older. That's part of life. But not everyone stays alive inside. The people who keep their wonder, the people who keep their humor, the people who still get excited about tomorrow, those are the people who seem young forever. So before you go, tell me in the comments, what month were you born? And which sign sounded most like you? Was it curiosity, laughter, making friends everywhere, dreaming big, or seeing life as one giant adventure? I'd love to hear your answer. And remember this. Growing older is automatic. Growing old inside is optional. Keep laughing, keep exploring, keep being curious, and most importantly, keep that young soul alive. Because the world needs more people who still know how to smile at the little things. And who knows, maybe that's exactly what makes you special. See you in the next video.